Hey guys, it's Suzette from Anewyoricanthing. Welcome back. So glad you guys are joining me today. So exciting food truck favorites. We're going to be doing guava bites. I can't even take credit for this. It was actually my daughter Vanessa. I used to make the guava and cream cheese, empanadas. And they didn't sell. And she's like, we have to make a dessert. So she came up with this recipe that, forget about it. And we couldn't keep this on the truck. I had to make tons of this stuff. So let's get started. What are you going to need? You're going to need guava paste. Okay, this is a 10 ounce. We're also going to need cream cheese. Okay, so you're going to use 1 package of cream cheese. The guava paste, which is about 10 ounces. You're going to need some sugar, cream of coconut. Don't forget your empanadilla shells. Cinnamon, lemon, vanilla. And let's not forget, the best part is we put powdered sugar on top. Oh yeah. And we're going to make mini ones. So this is going to be a great recipe, guys, and it's super easy. And you know how much I've shared with you that I hate to bake or anything sweet. So this is very easy. So let's get started. First thing you're going to do is we're going to cut our guava paste into little cubes. Okay? You're going to do that first. Now in the meantime, you should have your cream cheese softened. So I have taken it out of the refrigerator to kind of get it room temperature is the best thing. And what you want to do with the guava is you want to cut it in cubes. So all you're going to do is I just cut it in like strips first. And you probably should wear a rubber glove because guava is extremely sticky. So I usually cut it in strips. And I'll cut it in half, and you just want to make cubes out of it. So you're going to cube that up. And you're going to put it in a separate bowl. And use a glass bowl. And the reason I say that is because we are using lemon juice. And lemon juice reacts to metals and plastics. It's always better to use a glass bowl. And also when you are doing this recipe, follow it the way I'm doing it, because we learned, or my daughter learned the hard way, that you cannot do it all together because the lemon juice reacts with the cream cheese and actually curdles it. So that's why it's important to keep these two things kind of separate. And then you can combine it. So the guava is cut up in chunks, okay, just like that. And what you want to do is you want to add 1 teaspoon of, or a little bit more, of lemon juice. And what you're going to do is just going to set that aside and let that kind of marinate with the lemon juice. In the meantime, while that is marinating for a little bit, we are going to start with our cream cheese mixture. It's not just cream cheese, guys. We got to make it special. Okay, so we're going to do 2/3 cup of cream of coconut. Just going to add that right on into our cream cheese mixture there. So we're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, just granulate, white sugar. Add that in there. We're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. There. Teaspoon of vanilla. And you want to add a sprinkle, and I'm just not measuring this, I'm just 2 together. On a low speed, you want to mix this to a smooth texture. Plus it'll get everything in there. Okay guys, I'm okay with this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to combine your guava. Now I'm going to combine the two. And you're going to give it a nice mix. Okay. Now, do you see how it's kind of soft? So what I do is I put this in the refrigerator and let it set. It's best to let it set overnight because then the guava starts to melt and you really get a nice combination. But for this video, we are not going to let it sit overnight, but I am going to put it in the refrigerator to let it set a little bit so it could be a little bit harder. So what you want to do is you want to cover it, put it in the refrigerator and let it set for a few hours. Again, best overnight. So I let the guava and cream cheese sit. Now again, it is better overnight. Okay, but we're doing the video now, so I let it sit in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shells. Now you can buy, you know, any brand you'd like of the shells. You can make your own as well if you know how to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. So just try to make it even so your shells, you know, so your empanadas will be even. So we're just gonna cut those in half. The great thing about this is that you can make this, and if it's too many for you, you know, if you're having a party, it would be perfect. But if it's too many, you can always freeze it, which is nice. And then just pull them out when you want to have guava bites. So I'm going to lay it out. This is what I find the easiest. Now don't forget, we need our handy dandy fork. That's the way I still do it, old school. And make sure that the fork you use is really strong. Like this is my fork because it's like a really strong one. And because I have bent quite a few forks in my time doing. What I find works is I use 2 measuring spoons, one bigger than the other, just to scoop it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now you don't want to overfill. Okay, and that's like a trial and error thing because sometimes I put too much. So I find my measuring spoon, and what I'm using is a teaspoon. And what you want to do is just put that in the middle. So now I cut it in half. So this is a 10 pack of shells. And I'm going to do 20. So you see how much you have in here. So you can probably make, you know, 40, 50 of these puppies. And again, it's a great, they freeze amazing. Okay, and you can just make a nice batch and have them for, you know, your next party. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry them in a frying pan. But you can put this in the deep fryer. I just didn't feel like pulling it out today. You see how you don't really need that much in here. Okay, and you're just going to pinch it, okay? So these are 20, okay? And now we're just gonna start pressing with our handy dandy fork tool. And you're just going to press, make sure it's nicely sealed. And I have already started heating up my oil so that we can drop these puppies in. Keep going until you're done. And by then, the oil should be nice and hot and ready to go. Now you want the oil to be, you know, kind of on a high heat. You're gonna put your oil on high heat. Let's see if it's hot enough. It is. Okay, it's already bubbling. So you wanna make sure that you're on high heat here. And do you see how much oil I have in here? Because you want to make sure that you get the empanada on one side at least coated. So you can just go ahead and drop these. Don't overcrowd because you want to be able to flip it. So I would say that's probably enough for this frying pan. If you have a bigger one, obviously you can add a little bit more, but I don't want to put too much because I want to be able to turn it over and it could evenly cook. So when you get that nice golden brown, you're ready to flip it over. I'm going to flip this one back. So now when you are eating these guava bites, I caution you, take them out, drain them on your paper towel, let them cool. Do not pop these in your mouth because they will burn your mouth for the next 3 days. It's no joke. Make sure you have your paper towel and you can drain them. Get the excess grease off. They look so cute. Your guests and family are going to love these. They are really, truly a delight. Now, you could sprinkle the powdered sugar on it, but I particularly like putting them in a Tupperware or something that you have a lid, that you can use a lid. And then what I do is I sprinkle the powdered sugar, close it and shake it so that they can like evenly get the powdered sugar. So just put in however much you want. We like a lot, so a lot it is. And you can add more, you know, if that's not enough, whatever. So what we like to do is, oh, wrong lid. Okay, whatever, it's fine. So just shake it up. Yay! Oh, these are gonna be good. And pop them on your plate that you're gonna serve with the extra powdered sugar. Okay guys, if that doesn't look delicious to you, I don't know what will. So how good does that look? Now, again, please let this cool down. I know you're going to be tempted, but you have to let them cool down because you don't want to bite into this and lava comes in your mouth. Okay, we got these two guys trying it, and I hope they're not going to burn their mouth. Is it good, guys?
Delicioso.
All right. Yes, let's see the inside, guys. Delicious. Look at that, guys. You need to try this. Thanks for visiting Anewyoricanthing. See you soon. Bye.